Polaroid SX70.
Hello, I'm Tom Ang. Welcome to this series in which I explore fascinating pages from my book, Photography, The Definitive Visual History. In 1944, while the world was falling apart, a father was indulging his daughter's demand to see pictures he had taken of her. Asked why she could not see them immediately, Edwin Land asked himself, indeed, why not?
Land was not only a brilliant scientist and an entrepreneur, he was an inveterate inventor for whom all problems were simply solutions waiting to be discovered. He worked on the problem of how to obtain a photograph instantly by exploring the known technique of combining developer and fix in the same solution.
His innovation was to separate the development process from the printing process via a thin layer of gel that allowed developed out silver to migrate from the film, the negative, to the receiving area, the print. His daughter did have to wait 3 years, but in 1947, Edwin Land showed the world its first self-contained negative print process. And in 1948, he invented a new category of apparatus, the instant camera, with his Land Model 95.
Numerous refinements were made to the process, with colour arriving in 1963, but all involved peeling 2 sheets apart. Land continued to work on producing the perfect one-step, self-developing image. And finally, in 1972, he used Polaroid's thin film expertise to combine a 12-layer complex of developer and dyes into a self-contained postcard-sized print, and developed an elegant fold-away box the size of a small handbag that was the instant camera, the Polaroid SX70. It carried a 4-element 116mm f8 lens, offered manual focusing. Later models used a sophisticated ultrasound sonar autofocus and automatic exposure control. Housed in its sleek body was an amazingly complicated optical system that sprang into action when a box was unfolded. Unlike any other camera ever invented, the SX70 used mirrors set at acute angles to minimize its size. Mathematically, it was an extremely complex design, just the sort of challenge that Land enjoyed. The Polaroid SX70 was the accessory of choice for pop and avant-garde artists of the time. It became the badge of the fashionable, and numerous artists, including Andy Warhol, were happy to pose with it.
The perfection of its packaging, coupled with a characterful and unique colour palette, created a whole new visual dialect that enriched photography of the late 20th century.